Well, hi everyone. I'm Brad Free at Santa Anita. This weekend's stake schedule came up a little bit on the light side. We'll take a look at two small field stakes races, Saturday and Sunday, and we'll take a look back at a pair of impressive performances that might have Breeders' Cup implications. First, let's talk about the Saturday stakes race. One of the biggest mistakes that handicappers make, horse players make, and I've made it many times, is betting into small fields. And the California Distaff Handicap, race number 3 on Saturday, attracted only 5 starters. I think there's a standout, and I am not alone in that feeling. She's the morning line favorite, number 2, Long Hot Summer, 6-5 on the morning line. She faces a pretty good stablemate named Enola Gray, who has better numbers on dirt, but Long Hot Summer is an absolute pro coming down the hill. She has made 3 starts on the downhill turf course, 2 wins and a second place finish. The most recent start Long Hot Summer made on the hill was May 30th at Santa Anita, and she rallied from mid-pack, swept past on the outside to win a 2 other than allowance going away. That was her second win on the hill. She's a pro. She's adaptable to any pace scenario. If it's slow, she'll be close. If they go quick, she'll rally from behind. Long Hot Summer, the 6-5 favorite. No big secrets on Saturday in the California Distaff. I expect her to win the race. As for Enola Gray, she was kind of a late entry into this race. This race was not on her original itinerary. She's being pointed for the Betty Grable at Del Mar, followed by the La Brea Stakes on opening day at Santa Anita. It's her first start on grass. She should like the surface based on her pedigree, but I'm going to take a stand against the fastest horse in the race, Enola Gray, the 9-5 second choice, and suggest that Long Hot Summer is a standout. Now, if you want to bet 6-5, have at it. I'm going to pass the race. Not so sure if I'm going to pass on Sunday, however, because even though only 6 horses entered the Speakeasy Stakes, it's a sprint stakes for 2-year-olds going 6 furlongs, maybe there's a chance to upset the favorite, because I like a horse that the favorite beat. First of all, the favorite, likely favorite, is number 5, California Diamond, and he shows up every time. 5 starts into his career, 3 wins, 2 seconds. But the horse that he beat last time, or the horse who finished 3rd in the Santa Anita Juvenile back on July 9th, a 2-year-old gray by the name of Silver Assault. Silver Assault won his career debut in front-running fashion, but second time out in the Santa Anita Juvenile, he walked out of the gate, trailed the field early, lost ground on the turn and into the lane, and finished evenly on the outside, Silver Assault did. He's a gray son of first crop sire McLean's Music. We haven't seen Silver Assault since that race on July 9th, and that's because he had some tender shins. I asked Jerry Hollendorfer this week, his trainer, is Silver Assault ready to fire first start back? Hollendorfer cracked up, and he said, well, if he wasn't ready, we wouldn't run him. So apparently Hollendorfer never runs horses that are short. I think the point that he was making and the point I was trying to extract from him is this. Is Silver Assault ready to run his best race first start since July? The answer is yes. He's drawn outside. He earned a 77 Beyer in his debut in June. He earned a 69 in his second start in July. We've gone 3 months. I would expect this lightly raced colt to come back with a Beyer speed figure somewhere in the 80s, and he'll need that because the horse to his inside, California Diamond, is a pretty good horse. But I look for Silver Assault to possibly upset California Diamond in the Speakeasy Stakes. That's race 5 on Sunday. Okay, now let's take a look back at Monday's racing. It was a holiday racing program and a pair of 2-year-old stakes races for 2-year-olds on grass. And I need to preface this by saying the California grass horses have underperformed with regards to the Breeders' Cup. In fact, no Breeders' Cup turf race for 2-year-olds has been won by a horse that made his or her most recent start at Santa Anita. Maybe that will change this year because the outstanding win in the Surfer Girl Stakes by Miss Southern Miss, in my opinion, stamped her as a top threat in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies turf on November 4th. Miss Southern Miss had been kind of a study in frustration throughout the summer campaign. She had some bad trips. Things didn't work out. Trainer Keith DeSormo, who also has With Honors, who had been running on grass, he kind of switched it up a little bit. He put With Honors on dirt. She ran an okay second in a grade 1 a couple weeks ago. And he put Miss Southern Miss on grass. Her pedigree said she was going to love it. Buy More Than Ready out of a Stormy Atlantic mare. Not only did Miss Southern Miss love it, she ran like a filly who is going to make some noise in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies turf. She uncorked a huge run wide on the far turn into the lane. She ran the final quarter mile in just about 23-1. That is flying home for a 2-year-old filly. Miss Southern Miss has found a home on grass. Watch out for her November 4th in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies turf. Whether you pick her on top or she's your fifth preference, this is a good filly who might be able to buck the historical trend that suggests 2-year-olds from California on grass don't run that well in the Breeders' Cup. Maybe that's going to change this year. By the way, the 74 Beyer speed figure that Miss Southern Miss earned, to me, that's irrelevant, and here's why. They walked early, 46 to the half, 111 for 3/4. She flew home. It was a better than the figure suggested effort by Miss Southern Miss. I like her as a contender in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies turf. And you also have to like lightly raced Big Score. This was also last Monday in the Zuma Beach. And Big Score, who had finished second previously in the Del Mar Juvenile turf, he did something in his most recent start that he did not do in his previous start. And that was he was closer to the pace than he was previously. And they were flying early. 44 and change for the half, 109 and change for 3/4. And Big Score was forwardly placed this time. He left his rivals in the lane and stormed home to win by more than 3 lengths. Now, he did earn a big number. The final time was fast, 1:33.56. The difference between Big Score and Miss Southern Miss is Big Score's final quarter mile in approximately 24 seconds. He did not finish as fast as the filly, but he also was a lot closer to a fast pace than the filly was. Miss Southern Miss, the winner of the Surfer Girl, she has a big look in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies turf. Big Score, impressive winner of the Zuma Beach. He also has a big chance in the Breeders' Cup, the Juvenile turf. As for this weekend, it looks like a couple of, well, one short price anyway. Long Hot Summer on Saturday in the California Distaff, and on Sunday, looking for Silver Assault to upset California Diamond in the Speakeasy Stakes. I'm Brad Freed. Thanks for watching.